Hello, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing One Finger Death Punch 2, which the Fast and Furious fan in me demands it should be called Two Finger Death Punch, which in many ways it is, because you do use two fingers, or thumbs really. Let's skip out of that. So this is early access beta build. I played a lot the first one of this, way more than I should. It's a very, very fun game. Do not button mash.
Do not a button mash.
Well, that's just hideous. The thing is, I'm thinking this is going to be very much only a subtle improvement over the first. But I might be wrong.
Wait for enemies to enter the zone. Attack when enemies
Is that offensive? I don't think so.
Press B to attack the enemy.
I should have skipped this tutorial. I don't need the tutorial. I know what I'm about. My only worry is I am currently very nonchalantly I got my left hand just off, not even using it. That's actually probably for the best. I got a big cut on my finger. I'm trying to avoid reopening the wound. Speed up.
Open to enemy attacks. Try not to miss.
So I feel the big part of the first one was like you'd eventually get weapons and shit just to add a bit. 2 achievements already, like 1 minute into the game. That's what I like to see. It definitely looks flashier, but not like the full sequel flashier.
Fewer misses gives you more stars.
Another 2 achievements. I'm all over the place. 3 achievements, sorry.
Legendary.
Nope, I've gained 2 more. I keep gaining achievements. This is ridiculous. I must have got about 10 already.
Enemy count.
I mean, they're worthless and meaningless, but there was a time when people cared about them.
Throwing weapons kill in one
Sweet.
hit.
Got a kunai. Nice. I don't know what that was. There was a boss of some sort. See, the key is you could just not look at anything on screen other than the little colour at the bottom, and it's great fun if you do that. And if you can another 3 achievements there. If you can roughly count the enemies coming in, it will do you well. Another 2 achievements. Normally I would go until I die, but this game feels like I should go until I miss. Attack once for each bar. Oh yeah, it's
Attack right to remove the red bar. Don't let the bar hit the ground. Attack left to remove the blue bar.
I think you just have to do it as quick as you see it. You don't have to wait for it to hit a certain point. I bet there's some really cool animation going on below that, but I sure as hell can't look at it. A little delay before you do the attack just makes you seem that much cooler, doesn't it? Every now and again there's enemies that have... Oh, it says medic. I just assumed it was saying like boss or something, because I haven't been able to take my eyes off the important bit of the screen to read it. I bet there was some fun animation going on down there. What this game gets perfect is the sound effects and the way they like fade in and out of the music and stuff. It's
legendary.
It's just so good. Also, I've got about 10 more achievements there.
Fight.
Okay, all right.
Green enemies take 2 hits. The enemy's hits are indicated below them.
All right. This is where it gets suddenly more complicated. You get these enemies. They're not too bad, but they'll add in as an enemy where there used to be one where you'd hit it once on one side, then he'd go to the other side of you, and like the rhythm of hitting them was maddening. No idea what causes shit like that. If anything, it looks really cool, but it does throw your rhythm off. I want a sword. Why do they all get swords? Every now and again, you're not supposed to button mash, but you can button mash, and it makes you feel like a god because you just destroy the enemies. You just cut through them like the immortal Iron Fist should have. What? I just got hit. I feel wrong. Oh, that was some quick inputs. I wonder if this game would be easier or harder if you had a longer reach. I guess it probably wouldn't make much difference. Maybe easier. Yeah, boy. It's that little hold of the enemy there. Now, when you get those enemies that flip sides, you can flip them to one side, then briefly ignore them. But it's not advisable. My theory is, as they come at you, you treat those as like a 2-hit enemy. Block throwing weapons. Okay.
You can block these projectiles by attacking.
All right. I don't want to block them though. I want to repel them. The reason I keep getting hit is because I'm thinking the game's pausing when it's not. Yes. Damn it. I did something cool there. I've definitely got a shot. That one's got a gun. That's just a flat out gun. That's not allowed. It's just a handgun. I mean, granted, when I used it, it felt a bit gun castery, but... So the ones that have the ranged attacks, they'll often just fire and piss off them. Another 3 achievements there. I'm liking the sheer amount of achievements got here. If ever there was one of those games where... Oh, there's some catch. Oh, so it just depends on the projectile. Or does it? Damn it. Alright, I'm getting the rhythm back now. Key is, I was looking at the projectiles in the wrong sense. I should have just been looking down to see them. Ah, damn it, I thought I had a projectile still. I'm somewhat used to, like, when you get like a bow and arrow, you get it for more than one shot. I think it's because that's something you unlock at a later date. I'm starting to get a few misses in now. I'm not dropping stars.
You can deflect these projectiles by attacking.
All right. That's what I want to do. That's the cool one. There's nothing cooler than sending an enemy's attack back at them like that. That's the ultimate, isn't it? In fact, the absolute best moment that has ever happened in film is in Big Trouble in Little China. When at the end of the film, like, the big bad boss throws a knife at him and he just catches it and throws it back so seamlessly. It's just an amazing bit of cinema. Alright, I have fallen. I feel like this video game is the equivalent of those videos where they make people eat hot peppers and then have to do something. Like make someone play this game and also have to like describe their favourite film. Shit. Fuck. This game is way harsher on misses, I've noticed. The old one, if you missed an enemy coming in, it gave you a slightly smaller like recovery window. This one doesn't have that. Currently, it might be something you unlock. Oh, nice.
Stay alert.
That's the thing that can throw you off. You'll see an enemy come from one direction, but the other direction will be quicker. This game's in early access. I can't honestly see why. It seems great. Actually, I do know why. I've realised it. The menus are a bit sketchy so far. I've realised what the issue I'm having is. It's when you miss. It used to be like if there was no enemy to miss, it didn't really matter. There was no penalty, but now there is one. Just ripped a man's heart out, quite possibly. I now realise where this could have gone as a sequel. This game, if they'd have gone down the Nidhogg route and had like a completely different art style and one that's fucking hideous, like Nidhogg 2. Now with eyes.
You can customize character details.
This is actually something I've already done.
In the options.
The details I've customised on my character, I've given him skin-coloured arms. Slightly racist now that I think that's how they termed it. A skin-coloured head, eyes, and a bit of shading. You'll note his back left is shaded. Oh, in fact, those are the options. So without it, you're just a stick figure. I like the eyes. I like all of it, to be honest. I'll take it all.
Bosses switch between brawlers and regular enemies. Take your time. Do not button mash.
I went too big. He knew it. I was button mashing. A lot of the times, the things that can throw you off are like the power-ups. Like when it does the thing where you have infinite range there, it can throw you off, giving it to you for more than you think. And just then I did a kind of split kick and killed 2 enemies at once. Don't really know what happened there. Oh yes. This is one of those games where when I'm editing the video for this, I'll think that the audio is all out of sync, but it's just because it's so fast that I'm not really reacting to stuff on screen properly. That was a nice easy one to put in. Damn it. It's funny, this is essentially a rhythm action game, isn't it? It has the same sort of blood as a Guitar Hero. Ah. And yet I find it like way easier. I can't do most any kind of rhythm action games, but this I really like, and I'm not bad at it. I don't know if it's because it's just not choreographed to music or because there's a violence to it and it speaks to me, but what was that little interstitial scene there? That was a thing. If anything, the thing that seems most new to this is there's a shit ton of like weird artwork. Like look at that one to the left, that disco scene. Did you see that in the episode? And this one, there's a school bus and some nonsense in the background. I think it might be a demolition derby. Is that? Yeah, we're in a junkyard. That's the theme of this level. I really want to get to that chair on the left, but there's not really much I can do.
Grant a free shield. If you take a hit, the round will end. Do not button mash.
Ah, bullshit, I didn't take a hit. I don't really know how that worked. I wonder if that would be easier to do those.
At a time. Hint, first enter, first dead.
I got really confused there because it said I could only throw one at a time, and then I threw loads. What I think it actually meant is you can have one in the air at a time. So if I had button mashed, I'd have died.
The round will end. You can let the enemies live if you wish. Do not button mash.
I missed a lot. I missed so many times during his demo.
10 enemies left.
Also, all of that stuff, that's new. Like, so far, most of the stuff has been like in prior games in some fashion, but that the horse, that was new. The shield thing, that was new-ish, I think. Actually, I do remember there was a combo mode you'd get where you could just kill everything in front of you, and that would be the one time you would button mash.
Right, this is your speed modifier. When you perform better, the game gets faster. You can increase the game speed manually if you're crazy.
I feel like he just told me I could do something, but there was no button input to do it. It's better to be right than fast on those. If you get it wrong, you're always going to get hit. If you're slow, you only might get hit. I'm getting bad at them. There we go. Just needs to take in a little bit more information. Shit. Oh, yes. I'm in the rhythm apparently. Oh, there's a beam struggle. I think I'm the one on the left. I wasn't even sure there briefly. I like how everything else new. They've given you like a tutorial of it, and that one they were just like struggle. I mean, it was obvious what I had to do, but at the same time, I felt you know, left in the wilderness to die.
Attack the ball of death.
Ah, I like these.
Kill enemies in one hit.
This is very Kung Fu
Destroy
Hustle,
after
this.
kills or if you hit it off screen.
Ah, it's very confusing keeping that ball of death going, but if you can, it's very much like Shaolin Soccer. One of my all-time favourite Kung Fu films. Because it's a Kung Fu film that's not really about fighting, which is a rare thing. There's so much going on right now. They used to only ever give you one ball of death at a time. That's the key. Now there's about 20. I'm getting like 5 achievements per level at this point. I don't know if it's because I'm amazing at this game or if the game just gives you them with ease, but it's fine either way.
Below enemies take 3 hits.
Okay.
Enemies' hits are indicated below them. The bars below the enemies tell you what buttons to press.
Shit. It's times like this where the game gets complicated and part of you wants to go back to simpler times. And then another part of you just thinks, I just need to get good. Yeah. Nut up and shut up. See, I feel like there's some kind of indication that I'm subconsciously reading for those enemies. Where I have to do like the specific combo, because I seem to like get it right before I see it half the time, or I'm just good at guessing. That was a long one. That went on for fucking ever. This game, it reminds me a bit of Sleeping Dogs in its purest form. Jesus Christ, I just did an eye laser. That was amazing.
Legendary.
There was like a large man playing with an ox. That's what I saw. I don't know.
You
Sword.
Can pick up weapons from the ground. You extend your attack range for a brief time.
No, I have extended attack range. I had it, it's gone. Yes, now.
Back to normal when the weapon is used up.
Oh. I'm sure there's some weapons that like lower the
extra attack range while it lasts.
Is there a weapon rack in the background?
10 enemies left.
See, now I'm getting the enemies where I have to do like the multi-hit combos.
Patience.
What?
The attack bar is locked. If you attack when locked, you lose the fight.
Okay. So what do I do?
Attack now.
Oh, it's just a waiting game. I take it if I fail to hit the button, it messes me up. This is essentially a quick time event, isn't it? Which I feel were great when they first came out, and then, you know, people hated them afterwards. I'm losing this fight, aren't I? I have the dragon kick. Yeah, that's still 5 stars though. Okay, I need to stop because I could play this game essentially forever, couldn't I? I'm going to play this last level because it looks like this is the end of the tutorial.
Wreak havoc with
I've-
our weapons.
Is that a fucking lightsaber? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's meaningless. It could just be a regular sword, but equally, more games should have lightsabers. There's not enough Star Wars games that have this is a chainsaw? What does it do? I don't know what it did exactly, but I liked it. Also, I got a Sith lightsaber now. Well, that's just a red lightsaber. Actually, no, red lightsabers are always Sith, because the way they get red is that the Sith have tainted regular lightsabers.
10 enemies left.
I'm doing just amazingly well. I don't know if I had any input on any of that, really.
Rival tower, skills, and more unlocked.
Alright, so I think what I just did there was unlock the main game.
Collected. This is the
Okay,
skill screen.
gun ammo,
10
firestorm.
gems to power up skills. You can undo at any time.
All skills passive. Okay, got 5 to spend. Huh. There's a lot of them. Increase attack range. Well, I mean, let's go. Firestorm. Put everything in Firestorm. I take it these. Well, it said the skills are passive. I think they just activate at some point. Increase attack range. Do that. I'm seeing that it says reset. I'm guessing I can reset them at any time.
But the road ahead is long and
I am the
treacherous.
young master. One day I will return and defeat or avenge my sensei. Oh. So have I just unlocked the actual game now? Yeah, that was all just tutorial. I just played through the tutorial. That was it. I probably could have skipped that if I knew better.
Fight, mob round.
Oh, no, I'm actually in the game now. Well, I'll do one more. It's too much of a fun game. There's a train in the background. Oh, yes. How did that fucker hit me? Sometimes, cinematically, you have to miss the enemy just to make it look a bit better, you know? Yeah. The ideal skill I need is the ability to just, like, stockpile weapons behind me. I wonder how many weapons there are. The fact that they were just sort of throwing them at me at the end there makes me think that there's a lot more than I realise. I like all the cool artwork. Nunchucks, bitches! Nunchucks are the most hilarious weapon there is, aren't they? It feels like you couldn't do any like serious damage with them, but everything you did with them would hurt.
Revenge token collected. Revenge token.
Okay, you hit someone in the head, you could do a lot of damage, but like, you know, not as much as like a sword. Yeah. I got a revenge token. What the hell's a revenge token? It doesn't matter. I have to put the control down. Stop playing. This is a really good game. It's One Finger Death Punch. Highly recommend it. I want to say I played like multiple hours of the first one, which doesn't sound like much, but also note the kind of game it is, the entire kind of intense focus it takes, and it's actually really good at speeding up your reactions, if that's something. It wakes you up tremendously. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.